Hey guys, good morning. Thanks so much for joining me. Today we are going to be doing a short and sweet morning flow. Nice and gentle. We'll mostly be on the floor today, but we will do a couple standing poses to kind of open up the hips and the lower back. And let's get started on our backs this morning. Making our way onto our backs. Let's go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees go nice and wide, falling out to the side. And with the arms, we can do pretty much whatever we want. If you want, you could place a hand on your belly, maybe both of them, or maybe a hand on your chest. Or even if you want, you could take the arms up overhead. Again, just moving with how you're feeling and moving with what feels good for you. Just offering suggestions. But we'll start here on our mat and begin by bringing our attention to our breath. See if, barring any maybe congestion or any difficulties breathing through the nose, let's work this morning on breathing in and out through the nose and really think of heating the body with the breath with this type of breathing. By bringing our attention to our breath and to our body, we're able to kind of block out a lot of the other things going on around us and in our lives, letting us be present in this moment and allowing us to just really connect with how we're feeling this morning. And the breath just makes everything better. So let's take one more full breath here. And then you can, if you like, bring the hands to the outside of the knees, but you don't have to. But we're gonna close the knees back together like you're closing a book, planting the soles of the feet onto the mat. And then we're gonna take the feet about hips width distance apart. Soles of the feet, the heels are really close to the glutes. And arms are going to be down by our sides, palms facing down. We're going to do a few bridge poses just to activate the back of the body, get some movement going, and get some strength involved as well. So one thing to think about here is you can really press the backs of your arms into the mat as well as pressing the palms. And then think of squeezing the shoulder blades together underneath you. It's a great place to start. And then from there, we're going to really press through the feet, lifting the hips, and pressing the hips towards the sky. So we'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and gently set that down. Now we have a couple options here in between each set. We're gonna do 2 more, but you can either drop the knees together and just kind of let them rest, maybe widen the feet for a moment, or if you want, you can just windshield wiper the hips side to side. That can sometimes feel really nice. It's a good active recovery in between each round. And then let's go ahead and set ourselves up for number 2. So again, really squeezing the shoulder blades together, pressing the arms into the earth. Soles of the feet are close to the glutes, and then on our inhale, we'll press up, really squeezing the glutes here, engaging that back of the body. You can even think of kind of even more pressing and puffing the chest out if possible. But we'll be here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently set that back down. And again, finding your recovery, so either knees together, windshield wipering side to side, or if you want, just sitting and resting gently here with your knees towards the sky. Now setting up for our last one here. This will be our longest hold. Preparing ourselves, squeezing those shoulder blades, pressing those arms. Inhale to prepare, and then we'll press ourselves up. We'll be here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently set that down. You can windshield wiper side to side if you like. And then let's all go ahead and bring the knees into the chest. We can rock a little side to side, massaging out that low back. Any muscles that were worked when we were doing our bridge. And then from here, let's take the arms out like a T, palms facing down. And let's let the knees drop over towards the right side. Just for a nice spinal twist. Again, moving really slowly. Just allowing the body to open up gently. Utilizing our breath in these moments especially. You can think of allowing your inhale to kind of stretch your muscles, and then your exhale allows the muscles to relax and kind of soften. Let's take one more full breath here. And then bringing the knees in towards the chest before we drop them over to the left side of the body. We'll take about 5 breaths on this side, allowing ourselves to twist. Think of trying to keep that right shoulder on the mat, allowing the twist to come more from the upper than the lower body. One more breath here, and then let's bring the knees back into the chest. Again, you can rock a little side to side if you like, massaging out that whole back. And then nice and gently, we're gonna rock front to back. So really starting nice and slow because it's kind of awkward. But eventually we're going to see if we can rock our way all the way up to a seat. There we go. And if not, just make your way up to a comfortable seat when you are ready. And sitting up nice and tall in our cross-legged position. Hands can rest gently on the knees. We're gonna let the chin drop gently towards the chest. Lengthening out through the back of the neck. And then whatever your neck allows, go ahead and take your gaze up towards the sky to then lengthen the front side of the neck and strengthening the back. From here, let's come back to center, and then we'll take the right ear towards the right shoulder. And then the left ear over towards the left shoulder. Back to center, and let the chin go to the chest. And then taking our gaze up as far as is comfortable, letting the front of the neck lengthen. Back to center, let the right ear towards the right shoulder. And then left ear towards left shoulder. center. And then from here, let's make our way to hands and knees, aligning those shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. And while we're here, we'll do a few cat-cows. So on our inhale, we'll let the belly hammock, finding that arch, that little U shape in our back. And then on our exhale, we'll round the spine, tuck the tailbone, press through the arms, rounding through the upper shoulders and back. Inhale, belly hammocks, tailbone slopes up, pulling the chest through the arms. Exhale, round the spine, tucking the tailbone. And we'll move here on our own. Just use your breath, going through your cat and your cow. Maybe you move front to back or side to side, finding any areas that are maybe stiff or a little tighter for you personally. So maybe linger there and allow the stretch to kind of do its work. Because everybody is different, and so we need to allow ourselves time to kind of just move and flow with what we've got. So once we're here, we'll keep the hips over the knees. We're gonna find a puppy dog pose. So hips, again, keeping them over the knees. We're gonna walk the arms forward, letting the forehead rest on the mat. Maybe it's your chin, maybe it's your chest. It really just depends on your level of flexibility. But think of sinking the chest best possible towards the ground while your hips stay high. You can use your belly to help stabilize you and even find a little more depth in the pose. Let's take one more full breath here, and then slowly coming back up to hands and knees. Once we get here, we're gonna do a little variation on our thread the needle. So we're gonna kickstand our left foot out towards the left. So kind of straight out of the hip, placing the full sole of the foot on the mat. And we're gonna be really strong here in our left hand. And then we're gonna reach up with the right arm, twisting open. And then right arm is gonna slide under the left, coming onto this right shoulder. And then from here, maybe the left arm reaches forward, maybe behind the low back. Kind of just depends on what you'd like and what helps you here be more stable. So really thinking of keeping the hips over, at least for the most part, that right knee will help keep you stable. And then if not already, go ahead and bring the left hand back under the left shoulder and gently pressing our way back up. We'll find our counter stretch by opening back up to the right. And then the right hand comes to the mat. Bringing the left knee back under the hips, coming to hands and knees. Then from here, we'll just take it to the other side. So right foot kickstands out towards the right. Really strong here through that right hand. Inhale, left arm reaches up. And exhale, we're gonna thread the needle, bringing the left arm under the right. Maybe reaching the right arm forward, maybe reaching it behind the back. And then right hand comes back under the right shoulder, slowly pressing our way back up. We'll open back up to the left and planting the left palm, bringing that right knee back under. And then we'll plant the palms, we'll tuck the toes and lift the hips, coming to our first down dog of class. Feel free here to pedal the feet, dip one heel and then the other, moving again intuitively however you need. Maybe your hamstrings feel tight, maybe your hips feel tight, maybe your shoulders feel tight. So again, just finding those spaces in your body that maybe have that sensation and sitting in it for a little bit, because it helps it to bring our attention and bring more blood flow to those areas by moving and working on them. And then from our down dog, let's inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, we'll step it through between the hands, sitting that back knee down. We'll rise up. For our dragon pose, really think of letting that left hip flexor kind of lay towards the ground. It actually does help to keep weight off of that knee as well. So if you have any knee issues or pain in the knee, it helps to kind of shift forward a little bit. Using the low belly here to keep you stable and upright over your hips with the upper body. And then let's plant the palms, tuck the back toe, lift the knee, and step back to down dog. From here, inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, step it through between the hands, setting that back knee down, rising up for our dragon pose. Planting the palms. Let's tuck the back toe, lift the knee, and step back to down dog. Moving through just a small flow here. We'll inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, step it through between the hands. Let's spin the back foot flat for warrior two. And we'll inhale, rise it up. So back foot's flat between 60 and 90. Arms reach long and strong. You've got about a 90-degree bend in that front knee. And then right elbow comes to the right thigh. Left arm reaches up and over towards the front of the room. Think of finding a stretch from those left fingertips all the way through your side body to that left heel. And then keeping the legs, let's inhale, reverse our warrior. Right arm comes up and back. Hands come to the mat. We'll step back down dog. And then find that on the other side. So inhale, left leg reaches high. Exhale, step it through between the hands. Back foot spins flat between 60 and 90. We'll inhale, rise up for warrior two. Arms are long and strong. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Remembering to breathe here. And then left elbow comes to left thigh. Right arm reaches up and over, finding that stretch on our right side. And then keeping our legs, we'll inhale, reverse. Left arm reaches up and back. Windmill the hands to the mat. Stepping back to down dog. From here, we'll set the knees down. Coming to a child's pose, knees go nice and wide, big toes together, arms reaching out in front of us. Just taking a few breaths here. And then slowly rising up, let's just make our way onto our backs. Once we get to our back, bringing the knees into the chest, can rock a little bit side to side. And then we'll find our happy baby pose. So bringing the arms inside the knees, grabbing the outside of the feet, and letting the tailbone be nice and heavy, trying to keep it in contact with the ground. We'll think of pressing the soles of the feet towards the sky while kind of simultaneously pulling our legs towards the ground. So it's kind of an opposing action. Really helps open up the groin and the hip flexors. Can feel really, really nice. So we'll be here for just a few moments. Maybe rock side to side in your happy baby. If you want, you could grab your big toes and straighten one leg and then the other, kind of alternating between the two, if that feels good. Some people really like that, others do not. I think at first I really didn't like it, and then over time it's kind of grown on me. So try it, give it a try. You'll never know unless you do. And if you try it and you don't like it, then you don't have to do it. So you always have that choice, but I encourage you to give it an option. From here, let's go ahead and draw the knees back into the chest. We're gonna do one final squeeze. So think here we're gonna lift the chest and shoulders, bringing the forehead in towards the knees, squeezing every muscle in our body, taking a nice deep breath in, and then exhale. We'll just let everything go nice and wide, arms and legs go splat like a starfish. You can be really exaggerated if you want. You can keep the arms closer, whatever you prefer. But we'll just be here for a few moments, allowing the blood to flow and to just reconnect with our breath here. And then slowly we can begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. And if you like, you can take the arms overhead for a good morning stretch, stretching from fingertips to toes, just tensing every muscle in your body, taking a nice big inhale here, and then exhale, just let everything go, relaxing your muscles. And then when you're ready, let's make our way onto either side and pause for just a moment when you get there. We're not in any rush here, just taking our time, allowing our body to kind of readjust. And then when you are ready, go ahead and make your way to a comfortable seat, whatever that might look like for you. Hands can come heart center or maybe to the shins. And we'll just close class with gratitude for a moment. So being grateful for all that our bodies are able to do, the breath that allows us to, process oxygen and allows us to basically do all of the things that our body needs to do. Without it, we would not be here. So just be grateful for that. Each time that you consciously take a breath, you can think of that. But I just want to close class and say thank you so much for joining me. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe and share with your friends. And I hope to see you on your mat again soon. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.